If you have spent any time in the RV world online, you've seen it and you felt it. An incredible amount of anger, all pointed at one of the biggest names in the industry. But then you drive down that highway, you pull into a campground, and you see them everywhere. So what's the truth? What does it mean, like everyone on YouTube hates Forest River? If you are new to our channel, I'm John.
And I'm Rhonda, and this is our new front porch RV balance sheet.
And we're here to help you get on the road smarter. All right, so let's get right into this. We see the comments on our videos. We read the forums. There's a storm of negativity across the Forest River brand. And it creates this massive confusion because they are one of the biggest, most successful RV manufacturers on the planet. How can both of those things be true at the same time?
That's the central conflict, isn't it? It's a story of market dominance versus a documented pattern of consumer frustration. And today, we're not trying to rely on opinions. We are going to follow the facts.
Exactly. We're going to dig into the verifiable data from federal safety regulators to court documents to company-owned statements to give you the complete objective picture. By the end of this, you'll understand the real story behind the online anger and, more importantly, how to protect yourself no matter what brand you're considering. So to understand this story, you first have to understand just how massive Forest River is. I mean, they are giant.
That's the right word, John. Forest River was founded in 1996 by Peter Lagle and grew incredibly fast by acquiring other well-known brands like Coachman, Palomino, and Dynamax. They operate what's called a house of brands, producing everything from entry-level travel trailers to luxury Class A motorhomes.
But the real turning point, the moment they went from just big to an industry titan, was in 2005.
Correct. In 2005, the company was acquired by Berkshire Hathaway, the holding company run by legendary investor Warren Buffett. According to the reporting at the time, the deal was valued at around $800 million and came together with remarkable speed. That acquisition gives Forest River a level of financial stability and resources that is almost unmatched in the RV space.
So you have this massive company with dozens of brands backed by one of the most respected investors in the world. And the numbers show they're successful. They're without a doubt a market leader.
The data from Statistical Surveys, Inc., which tracks retail RV registrations, confirms it. For example, in March of 2025, Forest River held over 40% of the travel trailer market in the United States and nearly 56% of the small, rugged camping trailer market. They're one of the two giants alongside Thor Industries that dominate the entire industry.
So on paper, this is a picture of the wildly successful American company, a true market leader. But that's only half the story. And the other half, well, that's where things get complicated.
This is the part of the story where we have to put on our analyst hats and look at the objective, verifiable data. And the first and most critical place to look is the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
And for those of you who don't know, the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration is the government agency responsible for vehicle safety. When there's a safety-related defect, manufacturers are required to issue a recall. It's all public records.
And the public record is extensive. In June of 2025, the Wall Street Journal published an investigative report that analyzed federal safety data. According to their findings, between 2015 and 2024, no automaker or RV company issued more recalls than Forest River.
More than a car company? More than Ford, GM, and Toyota?
That's what the report states. And it goes deeper. The journal found that nearly half of those recalls were attributed to manufacturing errors on the assembly line, not because of a faulty part from a supplier. These aren't necessarily complex system failures. We're talking about basic assembly mistakes. For example, NHTSA recall documents show recalls for step assemblies where the bolts couldn't loosen, potentially allowing the steps to fall off while you're using them. Fresh water tanks that were missing support brackets, creating a risk that the entire tank could fall out from underneath your RV while driving down the highway. Even axles being installed backwards, which could compromise the vehicle's braking system.
Backward axles, that's a fundamental mistake, and we're not just talking about one or two models, are we?
No, the recalls span across the brand portfolio. We found recalls for potential fire risks from improperly tightened electrical connections in luxury Dynamax motorhomes, recalls for potential carbon monoxide hazards in Coachman motorhomes due to the improper furnace venting, recalls for detaching suspension components on popular trailer lines like RPOD and IBEX. The pattern is widespread.
So you have the government safety data showing a clear pattern. But what about the owner's experience after the sale? That's where the Better Business Bureau comes in.
As of late 2025, the Better Business Bureau profile for Forest River's headquarters show an average customer review rating of 1.03 out of 5 stars. And of the 221 complaints filed in the last 3 years, the overwhelmingly majority, 196 of them, were for service or repair issues.
And this is where the dream of RVing can turn into a nightmare for some people. It's not just that something is broken. It's the soul-crushing frustration of trying to get it fixed.
The complaints describe a recurring cycle. A significant defect is found on brand new units. The owner takes it to the dealer. The dealer says they're waiting on parts or authorization from Forest River. And weeks, sometimes months, go by with the owner making payments on an RV they can't even use. One owner of a new 2025 Shasta trailer reported, and I quote, multiple major structural, plumbing, and mechanical failures since day one, including an AC unit blowing out, what they described as asbestos-type material, and multiple waterline bursts.
That's just heartbreaking. You save up, you make the huge investment, and from day one, it's a battle. And for some owners, that battle ends up in court.
This brings us to the most serious category of evidence, legal challenges. There is a major proposed class action lawsuit, Nelson versus Forest River, that everyone considering an RV should be aware of. The lawsuit alleges that for years, from 2002 to 2022, Forest River manufactured fifth-wheel RVs with a dangerous wiring defect. Specifically, it alleges that the wiring running from the tow vehicle to the RV's batteries was not protected by a fuse or circuit breaker. In the event of a short, that unprotected wire can allegedly overheat and create a significant fire risk.
Exactly. The lead plaintiff in this case, a Montana resident, alleged his 2019 Palomino Puma caught fire because of this exact issue. And according to court documents, after Forest River inspected his replacement RV, the company initiated a safety recall for nearly 49,000 Pumas and Cedar Creek fifth wheels to correct the wiring. In March of 2023, a federal judge denied Forest River's motion to dismiss the case, allowing the class action lawsuit to move forward.
So you have government safety data, the consumer complaints, and now serious allegations being made in federal court. It paints a pretty clear picture of why people are so frustrated.
But to be fair and to tell the whole story, we have to look at the other side, because Forest River is not just sitting back and ignoring everything. They have systems in place, and there's a whole other group of people who have a very different opinion of this company.
That's right. Let's start with their dealers. There is a huge disconnect between the sentiment of many consumers and the sentiment of a dealer network. Every year, the RV Dealers Association, or RVDA, conducts a Dealer Satisfaction Index survey.
In a most recent survey, a huge number of Forest River brands, including Dynamax, Coachman, Palomino, Rockwood, and Flagstaff, all received a prestigious Quality Circle Award. This award is based on dealers rating manufacturers on things like reliable parts, warranty support, and to win, a manufacturer has to get a high score of 4.25 out of 5.
So wait a minute. How can dealers be so satisfied with warranty support when so many customer complaints are about warranty support?
It's a great question, and it highlights a key conflict. A dealer's definition of good warranty support might be that claims are processed efficiently and they get paid on time. A customer's definition is getting their RV fixed correctly and quickly. Those two things are not always the same.
That makes sense. The company also has its own initiatives. They have a whole community built around their owners.
They do. It's called the Forest River Owner Group, or FROG. It started in 2011 and has grown to over 185,000 members.
And finally, there is really an important point we have to make. This is not just a Forest River problem.
It's an industry-wide challenge. The same Wall Street Journal report pointed to a deep-rooted quality control issues within the RV industry. Forest River main competitors, Thor Industries and Winnebago, also faces numerous NHTSA recalls, a high volume of Better Business Bureau complaints, and their own significant class action lawsuits. For example, a major class action lawsuit has been filed against Winnebago Grand Design alleging system frame failures.
So Forest River isn't the outlier. They're just the biggest example of a systematic problem. The entire industry is struggling with quality control.
Okay, so let's bring this all home. We started with the question, why does everyone on YouTube seem to hate Forest River? And after looking at all the data, the answer is complicated. It's not mysterious.
The negative sentiment isn't just random online noise. It's a direct, evidence-based reaction to the core conflict we talked about. You have a company that is a massive, undeniable market leader. Their RVs are everywhere. But that success is paired with a large and compelling body of verifiable data from the NHTSA, the BBB, and the courts that documents a persistent pattern of quality and safety issues.
And because they sell so many RVs, over 100,000 a year, even a small percentage of failures creates a very large and very vocal group of unhappy customers. In the age of social media, that collective voice gets amplified into the storm of negativity we see online.
The hate is the predictable result when the dream of RV ownership for a significant number of people collides with the reality of manufacturing defects and a frustrating warranty process.
But here's the most important takeaway for you, the person watching this. This isn't about hating one brand. It's about understanding the reality of the entire industry. The villain here is not one company. It's the idea that you can just sign the papers, drive off the lot without doing your own due diligence. You are the hero of your own story, and the way you win is by being informed.
And that means the single most important step you can take, no matter what brand you buy, Forest River, Thor, Winnebago, or a smaller independent, is to get a comprehensive, independent, third-party inspection before you sign the final papers.
It is the only way to protect your investment and your peace of mind. It moves the power from the manufacturer and the dealer and puts it right back in your hands.
We've thrown a lot of data at you today, but now we want to hear from the most valuable source of information there. Is you, the community.
We have a specific question for you today. If you own a Forest River product, what was your experience? Tell us the good, the bad, and the lessons you've learned in the comments below. Your story could be one of the things that helps someone else make a smarter decision.
And as we always do, we've posted a full list of our research sources with links over on our Facebook page, so you can see the data for yourself. We believe in being an open book for those seeking the truth.
Adventure is calling,
and we must go.
If you found this video to be helpful, please like this video so we know to make more just like it. And don't forget to subscribe.